Well, hello there. This is Angie, and it is Tuesday, September 22nd, and this is your weekly COVID-19 update. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Seems like we had a beautiful day and are on this first day of fall and getting into some nicer fall weather, which I think will be welcome to all of us as we spend an increasing amount of time outside these days. Thanks to our friend COVID-19. So I guess we will go ahead and jump into this week's update. First things first, just a general update on Windsor and our current COVID status. As of right now, we continue to have a COVID positive status, and that is as a result of our one employee who tested positive on sample was collected on the 6th of September. This individual remains hospitalized at this time, but is doing well and, of course, is under the care of a physician and many physicians, I'm sure. And we continue to wish them the absolute best of luck for a speedy recovery, and we will keep you posted to the degree that we can. That said, since that information was received related to that employee positive, we have continued to monitor our residents in both the villages and the neighborhoods frequently for any signs and symptoms of COVID, as well as any increased body temperature, which would also potentially indicate active infection. And we are happy to report that we have not seen any of that type of activity. We also continue to screen all of our employees prior to entering the community on a daily basis, as well as all of our vendors and other individuals that may need to come into the community to conduct business. And no one, of course, has shown an increased temperature, etc. So we are very happy about that. We continue to monitor very closely, and of course are in touch with the local Department of Health for continued guidance as appropriate. So as of right now, we remain stable with that one case again, which was tested on the 6th of September. That said, the big push in that was having to make some adjustments specifically to our village and neighborhood kind of daily plans, closing group activities for a period of time, closing dinner in the Ashby restaurant. Unfortunately, we did cancel drive-through visits this weekend just out of an abundance of caution. We will be moving forward with visits on Thursday for our village and neighborhood families. Our drive-through visits will be on as scheduled. So I know residents and families will be happy about that. As a result of this status change, we also needed to push back, our sign up for the in-person visits. They were planned to start, signups were going to start this past Monday. We've bumped them out a week, so they will be starting next Monday. So next Monday, plan to get a link from me and log on to Sign Up Genius, where you can start signing up for a visit with family. Again, those visits will be 30 minutes in length. For club residents, they will be in the Celebration Center. And for village and neighborhood residents, they will be over in the village lobby area and in the gathering spaces outside of the neighborhood. So stay tuned on that, but do expect an email from me on Monday. I'm going to tell you the exact date, September 28th, to sign up for visits. That will start on the 6th for the club residents and the 8th for the village and neighborhood residents. Now, we will continue to do the drive-through visits simultaneously. Those will be in the mornings on those days, because we're still able to accomplish a higher number of drive-through visits than individual visits because of the level of monitoring that does need to be done. So please make sure as you're going in and signing up that we're paying close attention to drive-through visits versus in-person visits. And remember, for in-person visits, we're going to go through so everybody gets a chance to have a visitor before we go through again and schedule. You can have a max of 2 visitors during that visitation period. Those are together. It's not one visitor and then another. It's both visitors together. for 30 minutes, masks on, socially distanced, no touching, and we do have to still monitor those visits. So we're trying to find ways to make sure that we do that sensitively, because we certainly want to provide you with privacy, etc., with your loved ones. So it'll be a process for all of us as we learn, as we did with the drive-through visits when we first started. And soon enough, it will be old hat and going off without a hitch. So, in summary, look for a link from me next Monday, the 28th, for in-person visit signups starting the 6th for the club, the villages and neighborhoods on the 8th. We will continue to have drive-through visits. You can also sign up on Sign Up Genius, and we will be having village and neighborhood drive-through visits this week, despite our prior positive case from the 6th of September. Stay tuned as we work back towards getting small group activities back in place and reopen the Ashby restaurant here in the next several days. We do need to make sure that we are well beyond our 14-day period, which we are getting into. Unfortunately, that employee was here at the community as recently as the 6th to 14th. So we need to make sure that we are out 14 days from her last day on site. Okay, so that'll take us around to right around the 1st or 2nd of October, just in advance of those in-person visits. So stay tuned on that as we get plans out for everybody. All right, good news. I did speak with our regional person from PS Salon, and we will be having Cynthia return to the community for PS Salon. We will be adjusting hours. The salon will be open on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, beginning next week. I will be working with CC tomorrow to discuss which days are going to be for which part of the community, because again, as part of our COVID-19 precautions, we are providing services to club residents on one day, village residents on another day, and neighborhood residents on another day. So please stay tuned. Don't call quite yet to schedule your appointment, because you don't know what day we are going to have them on. So stay tuned. I will have more information for you later this week, but I am pleased to announce that Cynthia will be returning for 3 days a week in the salon, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I know you'll all be eager to see her and get your appointment scheduled, but we just need to do a little bit of planning. And of course, we could not start our salon services again until we were further out from our COVID-19 case. So next week is the perfect time. Okay. Let me see what else we want to talk about. I did talk last week about some changes to tent coverage, the white screening tent out front. On the weekends, we do have someone out there until about 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, sometimes Rudy, sometimes Tanner, sometimes Celia. We just found that our traffic is much lighter in the evenings on the weekends, so we are going to be closing the screening tent at 4:30 p.m. on Saturdays and Sunday. It will remain up and open and manned Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. as it has been previously. The only change is Saturday and Sunday, closing at 4:30, and anyone who needs assistance after that time will be assisted by the concierge, as they are after 7 p.m. Okay. I think that is about it for this evening. I did announce in last week's Angie's Notes an update that Glenn Hilly, our plant operations director, is actually no longer with the company. That change was effective last week. I am pleased to announce, however, that we have identified a replacement for Glenn, an individual by the name of Beth Richards, who has actually worked with a number of individuals from the Windsor team, as well as within the Life Care Services family previously. Beth most recently has been the community services director overseeing plant, environmental services, housekeeping, security, and grounds at a life care community in South Florida called Abbey Del Rey. Beth has a lot of experience, and I think it's going to be a great change for our plant operations and environmental services teams. And I think it's just the kind of leader that we're looking for to move us forward. So I look forward to welcoming Beth in probably the 3rd to 4th week of October. Sounds like as she moves up from the Delray Beach area, she will be staying here at Windsor for a couple of weeks, which is a great opportunity for her to get to know our community inside and out, daytime, nighttime, etc. So I know you'll join me as we get closer in welcoming Beth to the community. All right, aside from that, COVID update, we are at 687,909 cases of COVID, 13,416 deaths. We are seeing a slight uptick in cases, not too significant, likely as a result of some of the Labor Day holiday and back to school, which of course is being monitored. We're just about 3 weeks out. Not right, 2 weeks out, from the Labor Day holiday. So we've got a little bit more time to see how that all pans out. But hopefully we'll see a healthy and happy Florida and won't see any increased activity. So fingers crossed on that. One more thing. In chatting with the task force last week, the COVID-19 task force, just a big reminder to residents, we want to be making sure that we are wearing our masks. If we're sitting out in common areas and we're chatting with friends and we're sipping on a cup of coffee, just please be mindful when if you're not drinking, to put your mask up, to make sure that you're socially distancing. We don't want to keep our masks down for the entirety of the conversation and the drinking of coffee. We just want to be mindful of that we are balancing that out in a way that is still controlling any potential spread of infection, but also allowing you to drink your coffee. Let's see. Make sure too, we are starting to see a lot of people with the masks slipping down under the nose. This old trick. All right, or just remember, we want to try. I love this mask. This is my favorite one. I got this on Etsy. But we want to make sure that we've got a good seal here so there's not a lot of air that can get in or out. Okay. All right. So here and here, we are seeing more and more kind of this deal with a lot of room down here. Residents, if you do need a new mask, we do have some additional surgical masks available. We also have some cloth masks available as well that you can launder. Please do not wash your surgical mask in the washing machine. That will make it much less effective in its use going forward. If you do need a new mask, see myself, David, Linda, anybody on the leadership team or one of the concierge, and they can certainly help you with getting a replacement mask or a cloth mask if you would like one. And those can be washed in the washing machine. I never thought my mask fashion game would be what it is, but I also got this because I'm constantly forgetting my mask, leaving it on my desk wherever it is. So now I don't forget it, which works out great. Okay. Let's just make sure I don't have anything else. I think that is about it for this evening. Well, that was a relatively short update. I continue to appreciate all of you, the support that we have at Windsor as a community together has been wonderful. Largely the positive feedback and the partnership with families, friends, and members of the community has been unparalleled. And we just continue to be absolutely so grateful for that. And we're looking forward to these fall months and getting to a point where we might further be able to lift restrictions and get back to a little bit more normal life. So thank you to all the residents and staff and family members, friends, and everyone who's been a part of keeping Windsor healthy thus far. And that's it. So stay tuned for more information about the beauty shop, and be looking out on Monday for your sign up link for the in-person visits as well. So I think that's about it. So everybody be well, stay safe, and have a wonderful evening.